In college, you are graded on the attempt. You can spend 40 hours studying for a test, fail it, but still get credit for trying. In a career, you are graded on the outcome. The market doesn't care how hard you tried. It only cares if you solved the problem. Today, we are going to build a 15-minute weekly calendar system that extracts a concrete lesson from your missteps, ensuring you never make the exact same professional mistake twice. Step 1 is gathering your tools. To complete this setup alongside me, you need 3 things: your digital calendar, a notes app, and one recent mistake in mind. The first year of a career involves a high volume of errors. A structured internal audit functions as a pressure valve, catching those early career mistakes before they solidify into permanent habits. When you start a new job, you lean heavily on the tools that got you hired. For most graduates, that means the STAR method, the storytelling framework you practiced for your interviews. STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, and Result. You use this to prove your competence. But this method has a ceiling. It doesn't architect your behavior when you encounter unexpected failure. To fix that, we add the E for evaluation. Adding this final E moves the framework from an external communication tool for your boss into an internal diagnostic tool for yourself. By forcing yourself to evaluate the result, rather than just reporting it, you stop being a passive participant reacting to your job, and you become an active architect designing your own career trajectory. Let's apply this to a real scenario. Imagine you missed a deadline during your second week because you were stuck, but you felt too intimidated to ask a senior colleague for help. First, we map the facts. The situation: you were assigned a data report. The task: you needed to pull specific metrics from a piece of software you had never used before. Next, the action and result. The action: you spent 3 hours clicking around blindly trying to figure it out by yourself. The result: the report was submitted a day late. If you stop at the result, you fall into a common psychological trap. You sit at your desk, absorb the guilt of a late assignment, and let a bruised ego convince you that you are falling behind. This is exactly where the evaluation step comes in. It serves as an objective, analytical antidote to that professional guilt. Look at this split screen. On the left is the emotional takeaway, finishing the report late. On the right is the complete STAR breakdown. The evaluation here is a concrete rule. From now on, you will time box solo learning to exactly 30 minutes. If you are still stuck after 30 minutes, you will immediately escalate and ask for help. Notice what we avoided here. We bypassed the task listing trap. Effective reflection is not writing a diary entry of what you did wrong. It is explicitly defining how your operational approach must change next time. Extracting a forward-looking rule like this neutralizes the emotional sting of a mistake. You stop dwelling on the error, and you codify a new professional boundary. Knowing this model is only the beginning. A mental framework is useless if you do not build a physical system to trigger it. Take a look at your calendar app right now. Navigate to Friday afternoon and find the 4:30 p.m. time block. Create a new event and title it Weekly STAR Reflection. Then adjust the settings so this block repeats every single week. Now look at the description field in this event mockup. Type out the exact framework so you don't have to remember it later. Type Situation, Task, Action, Result, and Evaluation, specifically asking what went well and what is the rule for next week. Put this template directly inside the calendar notes. On a Friday afternoon, your cognitive energy is depleted. If there is any friction to starting this reflection, you will skip it. Building a new habit is incredibly difficult if you rely on willpower alone. By scheduling this recurring 15-minute block, you hard-code resilience directly into your future schedule. Once you hit save, this specific time block becomes a recurring checkpoint where you convert the week's friction into actionable data. Congratulations! You have locked in the system and completed the setup. This system provides a dedicated mechanism to process workplace friction into data you can use to improve your next week. Here is your final challenge. When that calendar notification pops up on your screen this coming Friday at 4:30 p.m., do not hit snooze. Do not dismiss it. Engage the system. Taking just 10 minutes to run a STAR evaluation on Friday afternoon is a profound competitive advantage. It ensures that when you walk back into the office on Monday morning, you are measurably smarter than you were this week.